Hi everyone! Surprise! I don't have a video to post today, but I am just gonna be, oh, oh, there we go. You couldn't hear me. Hi. This phone thingy it's not no good, but I was just showing you that I am gonna be sending out the next to the last. No, this is number 10 of the 12 days of giveaways. So the first person to pop in on this live is going to be the winner today, and I'll be sending you out a Christmas card and your prize of $10. Yeah, this. Oh, hey Julie. Julie, hey, guess what? You won. Did you know that? I came on here to do a live. Usually I'll do a just a regular video, but I wanted to do a live today because of all the Jehovah's Witnesses. You won because you're first. I love it. You won because you're first. I wanted to do lives today and tomorrow just for a little bit to check in and to let you know that you're not alone. I know that I'm not alone. We got this together. And so I'm going to be sending out this card today, which is the number 10 out of 12. And then Julie, you're next. So you'll just have to email me. It's ellrenocoaching@gmail.com, and just email me your your address and I'll send it to you. Of course, it's going to come after Christmas, but anyways, and just so everybody knows too, if you signed up to be on my newsletter, I'll be writing my newsletter today and sending it out tomorrow on Christmas. And just so you know, you'll be put into this section that I have that's for everybody that's new to my email list. And so you'll get a series of emails that'll last maybe, I think it's about a week. So if you don't want to be subscribed, I totally understand. Just unsubscribe. It's no big deal. But I take you through a whole series of like, this is kind of my story and this is what I'm up to. Hey, good morning, Ruby. Cheers. Ruby, so good to see you. We really need to connect. Ruby, you're not on social media very much. And so I've been thinking about you because I really want to do something with that. And if you know, I've been going through it lately. There's been a lot of changes. Lots of changes. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, so I thought about doing a video, and I sometimes I will write at night, and I kind of write things down, and I don't know, things like they really come to me at night, and so I'll write, and then I'll think, okay, this is what I want to talk about tomorrow or whatever. Usually I'll film the video like one day ahead of time. But last night I had like real tears. Like I had a message that was delivered to me. I believe it was from God, that was so powerful that it really like got me sobbing. So I don't know if you all are, believers in God or what your religious affiliation is. Like for me, I'm just kind of figuring things out. I'm allowing myself to just not know everything and sort of be a beginner. Okay, Ruby, I'll get to you through email. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I am doing okay. See, I got good rest. Do you see my eyes? I'm feeling good. But yes, okay, so every day I like to coach myself. It's like my self-coaching thing that I do. Basically, I take all the thoughts that are in my brain, I put it all on paper, I set the timer for 10 minutes, and I just let myself just go, just write everything out. And if anybody read these kind of things, they would probably have hurt feelings because it's just really what's in my mind. It's just like getting it out. Like I have to get it out. And this is so important. Like whether you're writing your things out or you're exercising it out or you're, all the things that we can do to just let it not be part of us. Like these feelings do not have to be in us and inside of us, because when that happens, then we react to them sometimes. Merry Christmas Eve. Yay! Oh, hey, Colin. Oh, Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, where is everyone at? Where are you at in the world? I would love to hear, put it in the comments here. It would be so nice to see everybody from around the world because I know there's so many different people here from all over the place. Yeah, Colin was telling me that he doesn't like you guys can't see all the comments pop up, and I'm not sure how to fix that. Let me see. Let me see if I can fix it right now. Um, okay. Show every message. None. Hide all. I'm not sure. Um, hmm. Uh, I'm not sure. You guys tell me. You need to moderate? Okay, do you want to moderate? Community moderation. How do I do that? I don't know how to do this. See, this is a great learning lesson for all of us because do you see that you don't always have to know what you're doing before you just go for it? That's sort of the motto that I have. That's the way I do things. Sometimes I do, sometimes I know, but I don't know. If you guys know, oh, you can see the comments? Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so I was telling you that last night I finally got around to doing my self-coaching. I take myself through this whole model. So it'll anyways, it's my whole coaching model that I use on my clients and it's like magic and I use it on myself too. And when I use it on myself, it's really interesting, because it's like I'm playing both. I'm playing like, the client and the coach, right? So last night I was writing down that I wrote down that I need to let go of the idea that there's something wrong with me, you know? And I think what's going on with me with this breakup, and if it's going on with you, that you're leaving the religion, it is a breakup. Like we are leaving something behind. It is a loss. It is a new chapter. It's a separation. It's you just becoming more of you. And I kept having these thoughts come up like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Like, why can't I make relationships work? And what is it about me? And I thought, I really need to let go of this idea that there's really something wrong with me if I do believe that this is really happening for my own highest good, right? How can you have both things? That's that cognitive dissonance, right? If you know about that through therapy, it's like you're holding two beliefs and you really believe both of them so strongly and you're in the middle of this flux where it's like you could go this way, you could go that way, you know. And what that means is when you're having that cognitive dissonance that you're about to have a freaking breakthrough. That's really what's happening. Yeah. Oh, good. Jim, you said that you and your wife left the Mormon church. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Do you know that I talked to some Jehovah's Witnesses just the other day? They had their little cart out here and I went up and I was talking to them and I talked to them for a while and I got their brains kind of thinking. And then at the end I said, hey, can you tell me, do you know why they call the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons cult cousins? That's what I left them with. And they're like, oh, I don't know. And I said, oh, maybe you should look that up. It is sort of interesting. I've heard of that before. So, hey, cousin. Yeah, congratulations to you and your wife, Jim. Oh my gosh, it takes a really, really, really strong person to leave to leave the religion. Wow. Oh, so when I first started this live out, I told you that God, he downloaded me like a really insane message. I'm gonna wait till the end to tell you because otherwise none of this is even gonna make sense. But when I started coaching myself and I started writing last night, I looked back at my thoughts. You guys, these are not cute thoughts that I was having. I was having thoughts like, I'm a failure. I don't know how to do this. I'm broken. I'll never get it right. And this is going to sound really terrible, but I just want to be real with you. Like, this was actually really what was happening in my head, that I'm stupid at love. Like, my brain really thought that. I really actually wrote that down. And the worst thought that I had about myself, like, I can't even tell you because it's so shitty. It's so shitty. And after putting all of this on paper, what you do is you can see, like, wow, that's so interesting that I have all of these thoughts going on about myself in my brain. And then I'm just walking around the day and I'm wondering why I'm not feeling great, right? This is what it takes to get over this stuff. And I'm not saying this stuff to tell you, like, oh, feel sorry for me. Like, please don't feel sorry for me. But I know that if you have, if you have left the religion, or if you have left a relationship, like, we can really question ourselves. Like, is there something wrong with me? Like, why is this happening to me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do this right? Or maybe, why can't I leave? What's wrong with me? So many thoughts go on in our head that are just, and then oh, Millie, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, she just gave me a super thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, well, I'm gonna be sending that out to this to another winner today. We have a winner on here. I'll have to go back and you'll have to send me your I gave away the $10 to whoever was the first one on the live, and so she won that one. There'll be another one coming out on Christmas, but thank you, Millie. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, and then here's the other thing. Okay, so after I'm writing out all of these shitty thoughts that I'm having about myself, then I was like making it even worse. Okay, check this out, what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do for Christmas because, I have a frozen turkey in the fridge or in the freezer. Maybe I should get it out. I don't know. Maybe we'll go to Chinese food. Oh, maybe we can go watch movies. Like, I really honestly don't know what I'm gonna do on Christmas. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be good. It's just going to be a surprise. I have no idea. But I'm thinking, okay, I got a frozen turkey in the freezer. My aunt says, you should probably get it out and maybe make it. I'm like, okay. And it's been my thing for the past few years to become a rum cake maker. And so I had bought like this half gallon. I don't know why I got a half gallon of rum. I don't even drink. I really don't drink at home. The only time I would drink is with him, but he's not around. So I guess I'm not a drinker anymore. But I have this half gallon of rum that I haven't even opened, and like, I'm not gonna make a rum cake. I'm not gonna have a whole rum cake in the house. I don't know. So I'm thinking, oh, what a mess. I've got a frozen turkey, I've got a half gallon of rum, and I didn't finish all of my shopping. Oh, and there's no lights on the Christmas tree. Did you guys see my one video where I'm like, I need a Christmas miracle. There's no lights on this tree. It just totally burnt out. And I didn't buy myself a new one. Millie, you're telling me stop it. Oh. Oh, from South Africa. Hello. Oh my gosh. So good to see you. I got myself a big ass Starbucks today because, well, it's Christmas. That's what you do, right? I think. So here's the thing with me telling myself all of this shittiness. And I'm sorry if you can't handle the bad words, because sometimes I feel like it's very appropriate because I don't like to be swearing all the time, but sometimes it's really appropriate. Like, this is so shitty of me to be talking to myself like this. And if I hadn't have written it down, I never would have realized it. I'm like, really? I said I'm saying the most hateful things to myself, and then I'm wondering why I'm not feeling awesome. Yeah. And then after that, after I realize that I'm telling myself all of these shitty things, then it's like, then I get mad at myself. I'm like, how dare you talk to yourself that way? And it's just this big circle of like, just a mess of, emotions and feelings that it's like, I really don't want to feel like this. And so I had to ask myself this question. I had to ask myself, okay, even if all of those things were true, okay, we'll say, oh, maybe it is true, okay? What else is true? So if you're going through a hard time, I think this is a wonderful question. It's a wonderful coaching question where sometimes we get so focused on this one thing that it's like, oh, I got a frozen turkey, that's not right. I got a half gallon of rum, I don't know what the hell to do with. I didn't buy all my presents. The house is not even lit up with lights. Like I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. I don't know what I'm doing. Instead of me talking to myself like that, and that could all very well be true, what else is true? And so this is what I wrote. And this is like a redirection, like, okay, fine. But like, let's look over here. What else is true? I said, you sure did learn a lot, Elle. You sure did learn a lot. You learned so much from this relationship. You learned so much from this religion, because I'm really putting them together. I'm putting this all like in a big ball. Like there's so much that is the same. I learned a lot in the religion. I learned a lot from that relationship about what I never, ever, ever want to do again. Of the way I never want to treat somebody. Of the way I never want to live my life again. I learned so much, right? And I said, you just keep on getting better and better at this. And this is going from like in the same hour of me writing, or even in the same half an hour, going from like, I'm a failure to like, oh, you sure did learn a lot. Just like this little shift of redirection. And I said to myself, what a gift that you've been given. What a gift that you've been given. The best one. You've given yourself time, which is the most valuable resource in the whole world, is your time. And you've also given yourself an investment in yourself, which is the way, oh my gosh, when we invest in ourselves, the returns are always going to come back to us. Sometimes we look at the stock market, oh, we could put our money in there. We can like maybe get 10%. But what if you put all of the effort and the money and the energy into you, and then that stays with you and it compounds over like 100%, right? Compound interest in yourself. Nobody can ever take that away from you. All of the time that you spend reading books and coaching yourself, and for me, like putting myself through coach training. Instead of buying a house with him, I put myself through coach training, which was by far the best investment I ever could have made in myself. And so then I said, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You deserve more, Elle. Do that for yourself in 2025. Show yourself that you deserve it. Isn't that incredible how it like kind of just changed around there? Isn't that so crazy? Hey, Tabitha, how are you? Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, thank you, Millie. Yeah, the return on myself is, 1,000,000%, 1,000%, 10,000%. And nobody can ever take it away. Like the stuff that I have in my brain, nobody's ever going to take it away from me. It's always going to be here. Nobody can steal it from me. But I have to keep reminding myself and redirecting myself and not getting stuck in this muck and mire of like, I'm a failure. I don't know how to do this. I'm broken. I'm never going to get it right. It's like, what the heck? And then I sit there and I'm beating myself up. Oh my gosh. So I'm just so proud of myself, because the thing is, if this would have happened to me in the same situation and I had never had coach training, I hadn't done that investment into myself, you guys, I would be a freaking hot mess right now. Okay, I'm already a little messy sometimes, but it would be really bad. I think it would be really bad. Because also here's the thing, I have so much time off from work. Now it's almost like going to be 2 months off of work. That's a lot of time to think and to ruminate and to be in my head of like, oh my gosh, this isn't going right. That's not going right. So now I'm going to tell you, Oh, okay. I was going to tell you too that inside my women's group that I'm teaching a workshop. It's going to come out on that Saturday after Christmas. So this Saturday, and I'm teaching an envision your future, like your 2025. I'm going to take you through the whole process that I go through, and that it's going to condense everything that you want to do all down into this little teeny tiny. It's going to be a word. It's going to be a theme for the whole year, and from that we can make a whole game plan. And so I'm going to be teaching that class. So if you guys are interested, I guess reach out to me, or maybe I'll put the link to the women's group in the comments or something like that. But it's going to be awesome. And what's going to happen is at the very end of this class, you're going to write a letter to yourself. And then you're going to remind yourself you could do it every month. You could do it every week to kind of remind yourself of like, what is your goal? What's your direction? Where are you going? And then at the end of 2025, you can actually read the letter. And I swear to God, all of those things will come true. Everything you wanted, because you're this focused on it. And it's like manifesting. It is manifesting, but it's in a really cool way. Aw, you missed me, Rodney? Or Ronnie? Oh, thank you. Aw, yeah. So glad I know how to self-coach. Yeah. Okay, I'll put the link in the comments, Millie. Yeah. Aw, thank you. Yeah, so my women's group, what I'm doing in there is that I have all these different, I'm going to build up a whole library of workshops. So I only started the women's group last summer, but I'm going to continue to make workshops and just have them and then just kind of live in there, and I have people that they come in, maybe they want to stay in the group for a month and maybe they want to stay for a year. It's all up to you. It doesn't matter. Yeah. James, rum cake. I know. I have a recipe for a really good rum cake, but I'm like, what the heck? Am I going to really open a half a gallon of vodka? Or I keep saying vodka, a half a gallon of rum just to make one rum cake. And like, I'm not even going to eat it probably. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say too, Millie. I'll put, when I put the link down there, I'll also put a coupon code. Like if you're watching today, like I'll put a coupon code. I think it would be kind of cool. And this group, I designed it for ex-Jehovah's Witness women, but it's for any woman. It's for any woman that wants to really change their life. Yeah, so I'm going to put it in there. Okay, so at the end of my, and this is really literally the pages I wrote last night. I was just like, what is the meaning of this, And I was just sort of like, God, like, please show me the way. Like, what is the meaning to this? Show me, where do I need to go from here? What is the secret? What's the secret to making things work? Whether it's a religion or a belief or a relationship, it's like these big changes that are going on. What is the answer? And you know what God told me? You guys, I don't know if you're going to think I'm crazy for this, but I just heard it very loud. And you'll hear like a voice in your head and I'll be like, yeah, this is it. Because I'm like, what's the answer? He says, you need to ask for more, not less. That's my lesson. It's like mic drop. That's the lesson. If I would have asked for more, if every time that my ex-boyfriend would have misbehaved and I really would have said, you know what, this is very unacceptable. We're going to need a little bit more from you. Instead of just kind of, brushing it under the rug and just being like, okay, let's get on with it. I should have asked for more from him. I should have asked for more from the religion. I should have asked for more answers from the elders. I should have asked for, you know what I'm saying? Like, so going forward, knowing all of that, what am I going to do? I'm going to be asking for more. If I had when I grew up, I didn't have a dad around. But now I feel like I have a dad in heaven, and he really kind of tells me things. He's kind of guiding and directing me. He's a way better angel in heaven. And you guys, when I parked down here this morning, it brought tears to my eyes because I saw an eagle it was like doing like 3 laps around. Yeah. Do you remember the other day when I did the live down at the beach? And I said, oh my gosh, look, it's a eagle in the tree, remember? And then somebody says, I think that's your dad. You need to look up, what does it mean? Monica said, Monica Watson, she's on here, she's a life coach too and an ex-Jehovah's Witness, but she said, there's got to be some meaning behind that. What's the totem meaning to an eagle? And guess what it means? Well, there's a lot of different meanings, but I just picked the one I liked, and it meant like a fresh start, a brand new start. It's like freedom. And so today when I parked down here and I looked, I was like, no way, that's an eagle. And it flew around like 3 different times, and the wingspan was just huge. And I'm like, that's my dad. Like, my dad is watching over me. My dad is sort of guiding me. He's showing me, like, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And it's okay to ask for more. We were always taught to not ask for much, right? Like, oh, just be satisfied with little. Sustenance and covering will be enough. Don't speak up too much. Don't cause too much trouble. Just sort of stay in the background. Just be thankful for what you have. And like I am, I'm very thankful for what I have. But when we're talking about a long-term relationship, we need to be asking for more. There needs to be more. And that's what I'm saying. The answer is not asking for less. Yeah, if when we know our self-worth, we only accept the best. Yeah. And I really thought at that time, when I had met my boyfriend, I really thought that was the best. I really did. And maybe it was at that time. Like, maybe that was the best for me. And maybe I'm at the point where I've just completely outgrown it. We change every day. I'm not the same person yesterday as I am today, right? Yeah. Yeah. Second Mile, she says, yes, girl, for so long I settled for less than God's best for me, but he had a better plan for me. And my fiance is the very best of the best. I want to write a book about all I've learned. Oh, write that book, girl. Let me hear about it. So yeah, that's what I was really trying to say is, that, I get this sign from God last night, right? I get this download. I get this message that was very clear, like, start asking for more. And then I get, an eagle out here just flying around. I'm like, yep, confirmation. That is exactly right. Like, my dad, I feel like he wasn't a great dad on earth. He was terrible. So I have this, have this thing that I think I'm going to take my butt back to therapy for and really kind of figure it out. How can I really, how can I speak up for myself a little bit more? And by the time that I do maybe pursue a relationship, after my year of celibacy, I'm taking 2025 off. And by 2026, I will make my dating debut. That is my plan. And, I really thought that I had, when I met him, I thought, wow, he's such a great guy. And this is what happened when you get out of a narcissistic relationship, which is the religion, the Jehovah's Witness religion, it could be the Mormon religion. When you get out of that sort of relationship, it's very common for you to fall right into another narcissistic relationship. Why? Because it's so comfortable. That's all we know. That's all we've ever known. I've only known to be a compliment to a man. I was told to be a compliment and to be sort of less than and to serve him and to, sort of glorify him. And like, I love men, okay? Like, I am the biggest feminist, but I love men. I do. So don't get me wrong there, okay? But yeah, I need to really figure this out because I don't want to suffer for the rest of my life and not being able to figure this out. I want to research it. I want to figure out how would it be if I would have been taught by my dad how worthy I am? Could I learn that lesson now from, believing in God? Or could I get that lesson by, I think I'm going to have to take my butt to therapy. Okay. I'm gonna share it all with you. I think, I'm gonna share you the highlights and the points that really I think would help you too. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna commit to this year of really investing in myself and really figuring it out, how worthy I am. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Soaring high. Therapy works. It does. And I've been in and out of therapy since, I was probably 10 years old or so. So I'm not too not too worried about that. And also, it's such a gift, you know, it's such a gift to yourself. I think it's when people say, oh, I don't need therapy. It's like, those are usually the people that really do need the therapy, okay? And I want to come into this, a new relationship in 2026, whether it's just with myself or somebody else. And I just want to be like whole, a whole person. Because when I moved out from my boyfriend's house 2 years ago, I said, I really need to do some work on myself because I really thought it was me. I thought I had the fucking problem. I did not have the problem. Okay. I may have had a little bit of the problem. Like it may have been a little bit me, but it wasn't all me because that's why I moved out. I'm like, oh, I really need to fix myself because we got to take care of this cult stuff. We got to take care of these daddy issues stuff. We got to take care of this, all those diagnoses that I told you about. I had to take care of all of that. And so I thought that I did. And I was in coach training at the time. When I met him, I did not know anything about life coaching. And so in these past 4 years since I've been with him, wow, I've really grown so much. And it just was proof to me like, okay, it's not over yet. It's not like, oh, yeah, you're good, you're good. I still have to, I'm going to go back to therapy. Oh, yeah, you had an abusive father too? Yeah. Yeah, he hated me too when he was here on earth. I say that because it's like I really do. I'm not angry with him, I'm not bitter. I'm not I'm not hateful. I just shifted my thinking about him all on my own where it's like, oh yeah, he was not good here on earth. Like he was so tortured. It's like, and they talk about people being possessed. He was sort of like that sort of type of person, where he did a lot of mean things. He was a very bad person. And I don't mean to, talk bad about dead people, but man, yeah, it wasn't good at all. Yeah. So I'm going to work on, yes, Millie, on that relationship with myself, take myself to therapy, go deeper on coaching myself too. And just, I do it every day. So it really helps me a lot. Yeah. She says that's when you're finally going to realize your own worth. I took 2 years off to focus on me and my kids and my career. Yeah. And here's the thing. I did it and it was good. And now I'm just going to do it again. Like I'm just going to keep going and going and going and really see what's out there for me. And instead of telling myself that I'm a failure, like not helpful, Elle, not helpful, not really going to be useful along my path of healing. So if you have negative thoughts like that, I get it, until we analyze really what's going on in our brain, it's hard to know, like, oh, why do I keep doing this thing, Well, we do the thing because we're thinking something and then we have the feeling, me telling myself that I'm a failure just makes me feel like shit. That's the feeling is literally shitty. What am I gonna do when I feel shitty? I'm probably gonna lay in bed, probably gonna eat some chocolate. I'm not gonna be taking care of myself, right? But what if I were to tell myself and ask myself what else is true and tell myself, wow, you sure did learn a lot. Wow, there's so much more to learn. That's gonna be like, ooh, I feel kind of hopeful. What do I do when I'm hopeful? I get on here and I tell you about it. I go out and I take a walk. I call my aunt, I call a friend. Yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you, Millie. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. So yeah, if you were looking for a message today, or if you have been praying for an answer to something, it could be this. It could be that instead of asking for less, you need to ask for more. Okay. What about that? I wrote down right after that, I'm like, that's the secret, okay? I said, I write this down, that's the secret, okay? We have to be willing to fail sometimes in order to win, because we can't get to the really, really, really big successes unless we make these little tiny like fumbles and stumbles and falls. Like I've never had a successful relationship, but I have learned a lot and I believe that I'm getting better at it over time. I mean, to be chosen by a narcissist, my God, you have to have something quite special to offer. This is what I've been reading up about. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, all right. Well, we know how to do that. So we know that okay, now we're learning about narcissism, and I've learned about sociopaths, and I've learned about, abusive partners. And it's like, okay, what's next? Like, what else do I need to learn? And whatever I have to learn, I'm going to bring it to you, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm not looking at it as a failure, because all of the things that I stumble, that like me stumbling is like, I hope that it will help somebody. I hope that you'll see that, if you think that I'm amazing, like you're telling me, I also think you're amazing. We have to really believe that, and really believe that there's something better. Start asking for more. Ask for more. And guess what, Millie? Okay, in every year I've had like a little saying. So I I asked for more in 2024. Okay, that was my whole theme for 2024. More in 2024, but it was a lot of more of bullshit too. It was a lot of success, but it was a lot of everything. It was just a lot, because the whole time in this 2024, what I've been doing is really working so hard on trying to build up my business, my coaching business. And a lot of things went by the wayside because I was like, I want more. I want more. Eventually I want to take my coaching full time and quit my corporate career. That is my dream. And so I was like, more in 2024, but I got a lot more of like, it was just a lot. Okay. In 2023, it was, what did I say? Not it's all about me. What did I say? I said honoring me in 2023. So in 2023 is when I moved out of his house, because I'm like, I'm honoring me. I'm going to do what I need to do. And if you're watching till the end here, this is a story I've always kind of wanted to tell. But that's the time that I put this on. My little red bracelet. It's this little red bracelet that's made by Pura Vida. They're pretty cheap online. You can buy them, but this thing has been on my arm, on my wrist for 2 years, and it still looks like brand new. And I put this on because I realized that he was never going to marry me, and I had to marry myself. That's where that came from, because I had to remind myself, when I look at this bracelet, it reminds me first, honoring me 2023. And so at the beginning of 2023 is when I put that on. So almost 2 years ago. And that's when I moved out, was 2 years ago. Because I said, if this ain't gonna work with him, like, I'm just gonna go take care of myself. So, the breakups, it's kind of a long time coming, honestly. And then I also have this other bracelet that means I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but this one on my wrist is from my friend Nikki. She's the one. She and I, we grew up in the same congregation, but right when I had been disfellowshipped at 16, then she was coming into the congregation, so she heard a lot of like the aftermath of what happened. And we've crossed paths over the years, and now she's my health and fitness coach. She's a bikini competitor. That's who's inspired me to go on my journey of lifting weights I'm almost 50. I'm going to be 50 soon. But I've been doing this bikini model competition thing for, eating like that and working out and lifting heavy weights for a couple of years now. So on this bracelet, it says, I think it says, believe in you like I do. She sent that to me. She's like, believe in you like I do. And there's like little arrows here. But I wear that every day because, I have to believe in myself, and I have to remember me first, honoring me 2023. In 2024 or 2025, I haven't quite decided. I have a few words that I've kind of been thinking about, but when I do that visionary class on the Saturday, I'm gonna rewrite it, because I had already done it, and I'm gonna redo it because obviously now things are different. I'm as single as a Pringle. Yeah. So I hope that inspires you to put yourself first, and I don't know, to think about what kind of word do you want to make for the year that is really going to inspire you. You know, we don't have to make a resolution. We could just, it doesn't even have to be a resolution. It can just be like a theme. What's your theme? Because for 2025, maybe just think about it, right? Yeah. Uh-uh. There's a lot of people that have a lot of thoughts, and then I'm just gonna kick them out. We don't need them. We already have enough thoughts in our head. Like, I'm good, you know? Like, I already have enough thoughts in my head that I have to battle with. I don't need anybody else's negativity, but thank you for your opinions. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, think about your theme for 2025. Yeah. Johnny, your bikini contest is your new goal. Awesome. Yay. You guys, this has been I've been actually thinking about this for years. And so, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, your body can change so fast. It can change so fast. For me, as an aging woman, the thing that I really love is yoga because, man, I am so flexible. Like, I'm able to like maneuver and do this and that and grab this and grab that. And, you know, when I had lived with him, I was so stressed out. I'm going to tell this story that it's pretty vulnerable. I was so stressed out living with him that, and this was before I knew anything about coaching. Okay. I'm just like trying to navigate this new relationship. I would go and work out. I would do the Tracy Anderson method workouts. And so it's like you're slinging around these little weights. You're doing this stuff, you know? Well, when I felt like I was going to multitask, okay? I was going to multitask. So what I did is I would have a few drinks and I would work out, which is a terrible idea. Don't ever do that, because what happened is I didn't have much time left in the day. I'm still working 12-hour shifts. I'm working night shift. I have like a way longer commute, you know, and so I thought, oh, well, I'm just going to relax. I'm just going to go to the basement. I'm going to do my workout. I'm going to have a couple drinks and like I'm just going to chill. This is such a bad idea because as I'm slinging these weights around, it was like, whoop, this whole one just went, ugh, it just pulled back. And this whole, my shoulder got all effed up. And so after that, it's just so vulnerable. Anyway, that is a true story that it really did happen. That's how stressed out I was with living with him, that I did that kind of stuff to myself. Yeah. And so after that, I had to go to physical therapy, you know. And when I was going to physical therapy, they made me do these bands, you know, boing, boing, you know, and this stuff like this. And I really stuck to it because I really wanted to get better. I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to get a surgery because I'm an idiot and slinging these weights around. And so, I did the exercises that the guy told me to do. And then eventually he goes, okay, you can do them on your own. Well, during that time, I'm like, holy moly, like, oh, I didn't know I had muscles. So I was just like, wow, I only did like 5 minutes a day of like these bands and stuff. It wasn't really a big deal. And I just saw my body just totally change. I'm like, well, holy moly, if it can do that for my arms, what can it do for my ass? What can I do for my legs? And so then I started working with my, I said goodbye to Tracy Anderson method. And I love her. I love her stuff. I would love to go back to it, but now I'm on to something else. But I started working with my friend Nikki and lifting really heavy weights. So I have a whole collection of weights and I do it in my room. And I have a little tiny space that I use. And I just work out every day, like 5 minutes a day is what I have told myself. So whether I'm taking a walk, I'm going to walk 5 minutes at least, but I'm probably going to walk way more than that. And then on those days, I still do a workout. So I'll go home today and I'll lift weights. And I'll lift weights like 4 days a week. And then I do yoga and other stuff. But it's really like not that much. It really isn't, because where it started was 5 minutes a day. And now here, 2 years later, like my body's totally different. I'm down to the same weight that I was in high school. And not just that, like it's not skinny fat. It's like I'm actually have muscles that I never had before. But if it wasn't for me being so stressed out by him and doing all these crazy exercises and wing, you know, I never would have found weightlifting. So for me, as a almost 50-year-old woman, weightlifting and yoga and stretching and, and now coaching, it's like this stuff is all coming together. It's all coming together. So, Millie, no drinks before your workout. Well, let me tell you, when I'm not with him, I never drank. When I'm with him, I felt like I kind of needed to have a drink, which was bad. And I knew that. And I felt it. And it was like, how am I going to get out of this? I had already tried to break up with him lots of times. So, but that's how it is with a narcissist. They make you a little crazy, and it takes a while to get rid of them. Yes, Millie, exactly. That's why I believe that things happen for you, not to you. Yes, this is happening for me. I mean, thank goodness I drank too much and I, you know, messed up my shoulder. But now it took me 2 years to get it back to normal. And the more I started lifting weights, that helped because I had to build up all these muscles around this tendon so that I could be better and not have surgery. So yeah, thank God, right? And then it's like, yeah, I don't know, I'm like really strong. Yeah. So, all right. Well, Merry Christmas Eve. I really appreciate you being here with me till the very end. I really do. Yeah. Thank you so much. I guess there's not much more I could say, but I just hope that if you are, I don't know, I just hope you have a wonderful day. We deserve to have that. Yeah. Whatever, like, I'm going to have a wonderful day too, but I have to make it that way. I'm going to pull that frozen turkey out of the freezer and maybe I'll make a rum cake. I don't know. Probably not. But I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to come on live tomorrow as well. Okay? Instead of posting a video. And then tomorrow also we're going to have Colin with the CO visit. He and I had a conversation about the CSA stuff. That'll be going up tomorrow. And I'm going to do it live because it's Christmas. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.